Is this your problem, that you translate your regional language to English and then you speak? Is this your problem? This is happening. And due to that, what happens? You aren't able to communicate quicker, naturally. You aren't able to frame sentences quickly. And your English sounds like that dubbed English movie in Hindi. Is this your problem now? Yeah. So, what is the solution for this? Now, I'm not going to give you any complicated solution. I'm going to give you a simple solution. But this simple solution is not easy to follow. This simple solution is not easy to follow. It is simple, but not easy. Now, one more thing I want to tell. If you're going to watch my video and again going to watch a video of some another trainer, you will be confused. I have been telling in all my videos, again I repeat, stick with my method. Stick with this method which I'm going to tell. Only 2 tips are there. 2 tips only to overcome this problem. Only 2 tips are there. See, why do you translate? And there is a reason behind this. The reason is simple. Understand. Every language you speak has a hierarchy in your brain. Hierarchy is there. Hierarchy means what? Dominance. Like, I'm a right-handed person. My left hand is not dominant hand. My right hand is dominant hand. Similarly, languages are dominant in your brain. So, the first dominant language is your mother tongue. Your mother tongue is from your mother and you have got it from your mother. So, it's a mother tongue. It's a dominant language. That language you acquired from your mother's womb. Am I right? Exactly. And that's the reason why this language comes so naturally to you that it's like breathing for you. Easily you speak. Now, if you are living in India, then you have a second language also. That we can call it as a father tongue. Father tongue. Mother tongue first, and this is father tongue. It can be Hindi or it can be any other language other than English. So that language you also communicate easily, but not very fluently, but easily you can communicate in that language. Now understand, the third language is maybe English or not even that also, maybe some other language may be there. So English is number 3 or number 4. And that's the reason why you are translating your in your head, that language. If you want to say something, you're translating in your head and then converting it into English, and then you're trying to speak. Why? Because English is not that at number 2. No, English is number 3 or number 4 in the hierarchy in your brain. This is the reason why that translating is happening. Now, even I was also doing the same thing few years before, in fact many years before. But now when I'm speaking, it's so spontaneous. I don't need to translate. It is just natural to me. Suppose, I'll give you an example. मेरे भाई की सगाई है. So how to translate this? Can you translate this into English? सगाई. सगाई को क्या बोलते हैं? सगाई? Engagement. Now, initially, if you are, understand why this is happening now. Why you're doing this? I'll tell you. This is happening because you are watching a lot of videos and trying to learn English in Hindi or any other language. The origin. Now, I don't want to say whether they are wrong or right, those videos, but you are trying to learn English using some another language. It can be Hindi also, and maybe that's the reason why you are not growing. You are not absorbing that original, real English. You are training your mind, training your brain to translate. And it starts from watching such videos. It starts from childhood. We are, for example now, the second point is dictionary. You want to find a meaning of a word. What do? You take the English word and look for the meaning of the word in your regional language. Is it happening? Now, what do? You write the word in your dictionary. You write your word in the vocabulary notebook. And there what do you write? The regional meaning of that word. You are not writing the English meaning of that word. And due to that, your brain starts translating that word. You start developing the translation in your brain, and it goes on and on and on. Just now, as I said before at the beginning, that I'm going to give a method which is simple but not easy to follow. And what is the method? As you have heard, first, learn English in English. Learn English in English, but this is a slow process. Because if you want to learn English in English, it will be tough. Because, see, it's very easy to understand a Hindi video which is translated into English. It's very easy to understand, but when it comes to speaking, that will not help you. That will not work. So here I'm saying that you have to learn English in English. Like you are watching my video, it's in English. I speak easy English. I speak simple English. I don't use difficult words. So you have to consume a lot of English in English. You have to learn English in English. Second step, you have to, when you're writing these meanings in your vocabulary notebook, do not use the regional language there. Do not use. Use only English language to understand the words. If you are using that regional language to write the meaning of the word, and in your vocabulary notebook, you have English on the left and the regional language, whatever it is, on the right, you're programming, you're training your brain to translate, and your brain will keep on doing that. You have to stop this cycle. And to stop this cycle, it will be very hard. Because now you have programmed, because when you're writing, suppose you are watching an English video, it will be very difficult for you to understand because of some new words and accent and the speed of the speaker. So this you have to do it. This you have to continue for maybe 4 months, 6 months also, or maybe 1 year also if your English is very poor. And after that, you will realize that, yeah, and now it's very comfortable for me. I have no problems. I can understand the video easily. I can understand the podcast very easily. I read very easily. I can write down the vocabulary in English. I can understand the meaning of the word in English without translating. You have to stop translating. Many people are using translators. I think Google Translator is that. One of my students was telling me about this. You have to stop this translation everywhere. You're watching TV. You have to stop that subtitles. Stop that subtitles. Stop that Hindi or whatever language you are using and use the original language. Use the original language. And then see that you will slowly understand. Slowly start developing the original language. Start speaking in English without translating. But it may take time. 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Well, I should not have said 2 months or 6 months. Delete those 2 months and 6 months. Like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years it may take, and be ready and be committed for that. All right. So in this way, you will slowly reduce your translation and keep on communicating in English without translation. Because when you try to translate, you can't do that, because when you're speaking, you speak so fast and spontaneous, and translation will take time. That's the reason why if you are translating, your English looks like slow, boring, and with full of pauses. But when you're speaking real, natural, native-like English, it comes out spontaneously. Hope this will help you. Take care and stop translating and speak the original language. For that, take efforts, be consistent, and be disciplined. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you.